On this episode,
Luke, I'm your father.
a chance encounter introduces me to three men with a passion for something near and dear to my heart.
He gave me a $100 wallet just walking by.
First, we meet a young man whose faith empowered him to set aside his college education to fulfill his passion of becoming a true American craftsman.
And we're as transparent as you get. You walk in and you pick up a wall, you turn around, I'm probably making the same wall.
Then, I talk to an entrepreneur who's created a place to help everyone prosper.
I just have always had massive respect for those that make with their hands.
And finally, I get in touch with my inner Gandalf,
One ring to rule them all.
and recall my glory days in the home shopping industry.
Anyway, you can get one of these rings by going to, which website again?
So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm accidentally helping a 25-year-old leathersmith named Carl Caballas make a handcrafted wallet. After botching much of the job so far, I'm flattered that Carl still has enough faith in me to stamp his logo on it, which just so happens to have a lot more going on than meets the eye.
What's it mean?
It's on my arm too. There's a fish hook here,
Uh-huh.
representing being a fisher of man. If you cover up the hook here, you've got the Cairo. It's one of the early symbols of Christianity. My initials are on every product. It's Carl Caballas. And then arrows going to the rest of the world, basically. And then just the circle.
Because the circle should be unbroken.
Good point.
By and by.
Good point, good point. So now we're gonna start seeing it come together. First, we gotta create the pockets.
Doing this.
Yeah. We use 3mm distance tools, so we'll do that.
I know we're pressed for time, but I'm a curious guest, and Carl is a patient host filled with answers.
What's this thing do?
That makes your holes for stitching.
What's this thing do?
That makes a end for belts.
What's this thing do?
That does what this does, which is a groover.
Proving.
Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. All the way through?
Yep. There you go.
Yeah, that went
Yeah,
through.
you went way through.
There's really no extra credit.
So now we have to stitch that.
Yep.
You ready for that?
Do you sit astride the sitting horse?
Yeah.
Like
So just like a horse.
like a pony?
Yep. Yeah. So we use a saddle stitch method. This is a polyester thread. It's made in Germany. I don't know why that's special, but
Well, German polyester, you know,
yeah.
study after study shows they're they're serious about it. As
So
opposed to the Swedes, they don't care.
After threading two needles on different ends of the same thread, Carl gives a quick demonstration before offering me another chance to impale myself.
And a lot of sharp objects swinging around the.
yeah, you know, it gets hairy. You're not really sure where the sharp objects are going.
It's the kind of mistake you only make once.
Yeah, or hundreds of times.
Or many hundreds of times. Goes through like then this.
Same hole.
Same hole this way, right?
Yep.
What's going on, you think, with craftsmanship in America?
I think it's back on the rise. You know, I think people are valuing things made by people still. You know.
That they can see.
Yeah, knowing that their things come from somewhere and somebody is kind of valuable.
Did you go to school?
I did. Graduated from Valdosta State University.
What'd you major in?
Criminal justice.
So naturally, you're making wallets.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Naturally, I'm selling wallets too.
But you're not stealing wallets.
Nope.
So that's interesting. You major in criminal justice.
Yeah.
You become a bartender.
Yeah.
And then you decide, maybe I'll just make stuff with my hands.
Now I'm shooting TV show with Mike Rowe.
Weird old world, isn't it?
All right, cool. So we've got a stitch.
Yeah.
Which it looks really good.
If you could take some of the shock and awe out of your voice, it'd sound more like a
really
compliment.
good. So now we're almost ready to put it all together, but we got to punch all the holes.
What do you sell this for?
100.
You gave me a $100 wallet just walking by.
Yeah, man. You gave me and my brother so much more when we were growing up.
Well, I hope we're giving it back now. Man, I hope this thing gets on the air. I really do.
Except it quickly becomes apparent that at the pace I'm going, this will end up a 10-hour miniseries. So Carl wisely takes over. As he finishes up the stitching, all that's left is the quick and simple step of sealing the ends. Of course, I never just leave well enough alone.
You know those artistic shots you see in like Parts Unknown and those shows where, you know, they just light something for no real good reason, but the flame looks so beautiful and you linger on it while the host says something interesting over the flame. Let's do that.
Ah, yes, a modest light, burning brightly in the darkness of modern-day mediocrity. A beacon of resistance against faceless consumerism, and a radiant symbol of the lessons we can all learn from a young man whose faith shines just as bright as the eternal flame of his own generosity and excellence.
See? That was interesting. It will be after the VO. So this is Phil, and he runs Citizen Supply.
Yeah.
All right, what's the story?
Basically, you know, it started out as just kind of a once a quarter pop-up. We'd have about 20 or so makers come and sell stuff out of a studio space. You know, it turned into a, can we do this in a permanent space long term and make it a thing?
Your hobby got out of hand.
My wife is an artist, and so I just have always had massive respect for those that make with their hands and create something out of nothing.
The more we talk, the more intrigued I become by Phil's business model. And the longer we stand here, the more likely you are to change the channel, and that would be bad.
Study after study has shown people don't turn the channel as quickly if they see people walking and talking.
Cool, let's do it.
And just like that, I can feel the ratings going up already.
What are these?
These are iPhone and iPad speakers. So you take your phone, put it in there, and it amplifies out of there.
You're kidding me.
Nah.
Somebody give me an iPhone with something I can play that's not copywritten.
Put it right up here.
Where do we put it?
So you put it, you might need to take it out of the case. Oh, no, yours goes through. All right, so play
ready?
it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, so he just comes up with those and.
Are you kidding? Look, I'm going to sell a few hundred of these right now, but look at this. So you put your iPad
Yeah.
in the top, and that's the speaker. How crazy is that?
You just yell into it, yeah.
Check. Luke, I'm your father.
That's amazing.
So one of the big things about this place is that it's rotating. So we're always rotating new people in, some people out, you know. We've got a lot of space, and we've been here for a year. So we started off with about 40 different vendors, and we've gotten to the point of having about 120. So furniture to fashion kind of thing, you know, just really everything. And it's really cool. I mean, seeing customers interact with it, you know, touch it with their hands, see the value into it and everything.
What's going on here?
The goal here is we really want to make a space where our vendors can shoot their stuff as well.
Yeah.
So like a place where they can do like high-end product photos, and then we do a lot of programming, like a lot of events, a lot of panels, all that stuff. So we'll have that. We'll have people come out for a night. Like we have something called like ATL photo night. So we have like a photography community come out.
Yeah.
Different Atlanta photographer come in. We have about 70 people come out, listen about it, and mingle afterwards and all that stuff. So it's cool, yeah. I mean, we definitely want to be a space that, you know, bridges the gap from like the maker, the craft, the story, whatever it is, to the consumer, to the other makers, and just have a common ground where we can, you know, meet, learn more things, just educate, have a good time. All
Well,
that
it's
stuff,
like
so.
it's like the restaurants that, you know,
Yeah,
let you see your food getting made.
sure.
So I don't see people manning all of the places
Sure.
necessarily.
Yep.
And that's cool. People
Yeah.
just come in and buy whatever.
That's one of the big things we do is, you know, they supply the product and we do everything else. Infrastructure, marketing, merchandising, all of that. So we really try to create a system that allows them to work on their craft, stay working on their craft, do what they do best, and we'll try to, you know, partner with them.
So is it sort of a consignment?
It's all over the place. I mean, we have people in here that are, you know, their company's a decade old. We have people that their company's a month old. So the differences in those businesses is pretty vast. So therefore, the way it looks and what our partnership looks like has to be pretty different as well. So we try to make it where the barrier to entry is much smaller and we can kind of grow together.
Clearly, it's entrepreneurial.
Sure.
It also feels very socially. What am I trying to say? It feels
Just connected, I think.
I
you
guess,
know? Yeah, it's a
right?
community building thing. You know, I mean, I think the baseline of it all is like none of us could do this on our own. We're all going to do it together. The common story is the maker. It is the small business. It is the local person that's making this stuff. You know, when Carl's over there making that wallet, the same story translates to the way East Fork or, you know, Campfire does their ceramics. It's, you know, they see like, oh, he's making that with his hands, and, you know, therefore they made it with theirs. So it's been a really cool experience, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Is your office in here? Or...
Yeah, I kind of took one of the fitting rooms, so I work in one of those, so.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks. I'm gonna go see Elijah.
Do it, yeah.
The guy, and make a ring out of a quarter
Sure,
or
sure,
something.
yeah. I can work over there.
All right, thanks.
The sun's going down here at Citizen Supply in Atlanta, but we still have time for one more treat, an opportunity to meet yet another young craftsman bucking the corporate system to forge his own future.
Elijah.
How are you?
So what are you making?
I make coin rings and coin jewelry here. So it's a kind of a weird trade, but
It's a significant ring.
Yeah, it is.
That's really like a football
It's
ring.
like a
That's awesome.
single brass knuckle.
So it says, "Don't tread on me."
Yeah. You want to make one of those?
I do.
Okay, killer. So this is what the coin looks like when you purchase it. It's nice and shiny.
So we start with this. We start with the "Don't tread on me" coin, and through the magic of whatever is about to happen, it's going to turn into a ring.
There's all sorts of different punches and different sized holes you can make in the coin. Like I said, this is a punch. It's going to punch a hole in it. Use this hydraulic press. So that's what it looks like.
So this is
That's the first step, just to show
there's
you.
one with a hole in it. It's not quite done.
The next thing you do is you're gonna wanna like fold it over to a ring. So eventually what we're gonna do is make it look like that, like a cone. So
How long you been doing this?
2 years, since 2014. I ended up losing my job of 3 years about 2 months after I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I got sick. And when I was like, oh, I lost my health insurance and all that, so I was like, I gotta figure out how to make some money.
What were you doing?
I was working at a screen printing shop. So I found a poorly written article on how to make one. It was like broken English, and I just followed the photos. And it was a horrible looking ring, but I made it for my now wife. I was like, maybe I could sell a few of these and pay my medical bills.
Right.
And posted it online, and people started wanting them, and then the light bulb went off. So I was like, I'm gonna
That is unbelievable.
maybe try to do this. So this is a reduction die. You can see it goes down at an angle. You just have to put pressure on it.
Reduction die goes down at its angle. You can see that.
So I really fell into it. I didn't plan to.
Wasn't your wish fulfillment?
No, I mean, I'm super happy I do it now. And I'm making stuff for people, and it's all with my hands. And so you take this guy. Like that. So it started looking like a cone.
Step 2, starting to look like a cone.
My job on this show, to the extent that I actually have one, is to attempt to do the job at hand, whatever that job might be. My producer failed to explain this to Elijah.
If I can help, just boss me around. I'll grab stuff. I'm not useful, but I am here.
Helps, and it's very important, yes.
Better let me do that so I can
Right.
say I did something to make this ring.
So start pushing it down.
Yeah,
And stuff.
or maybe next time.
It's like nice and shiny.
All right. I'd love to try one, but I'm not unless Elijah invites me to, because I don't want to impose.
You want to try to do this?
I sure do.
All right.
Look at that. 4th time's a charm.
You want to wrap that in tape?
This isn't the thing I really wanted to do. I wanted to push the
We gotta
lever.
do that to push the lever.
Careful what you wish for, Mike. Careful what you wish for.
Or I can do it and you can just push the lever.
No, that'd be cheating. No, we've come this far.
Finally, a chance to operate the bottle jack.
You know how to work a bottle jack,
No,
right?
No, but I'll figure it out. You
don't?
You probably turn
Gotta
that,
mix
and
it
that goes up like
yeah.
that.
Don't want to go crazy with it. You just kind of want to go slow and to just see how it stopped right there.
Yeah. Yep.
See that? You want to heat it up?
Let's heat it up.
Cool.
Now that we've got the ring shaped and sized correctly, it's time to work on the patina. And that means back to the torch.
You're gonna want to get it all around. Yeah, there you go.
To be honest, this is all I really wanted to do anyway.
Right there.
I feel like I heat it up enough, we're going to see some one ring to rule them all.
Yeah.
One ring to find them.
Before finishing the job with liver of sulfur,
Yes, sir. Take this
top it all
super-
off with some last-minute buffing. And we are finally good to go.
So you go online, where do you go?
IGWM.co.
What's that stand for?
In God We Must.
In God We Must.
Yeah.
So you put a twist on it.
Yeah, it's play on words
Clever.
for what's on the coins. Yeah. So.
Now, could somebody send you a coin?
Oh yeah, we do stuff like that all the time. These are buffalo nickel cufflinks from his grandfather's collection.
Oh, that is amazing.
People send me stuff like that quite frequently, so they're not just like sitting in a drawer. It's kind of something they can wear.
But what a great way to remember your pop, you
Yeah.
know? You take his collectible coins and turn them into cufflinks. That's fantastic.
For sure.
What do I owe you for this?
Oh, you can keep it. I've been watching you since I was a kid, so it's a gift.
In that case, rather than thank him with another diatribe about the nobility of American craftsmanship, maybe I should just return the favor.
In an effort to make Elijah's ring look as beautiful as possible, I'm going to call upon all my experience in the home shopping industry to twirl this at just the right speed while Taylor shoots it at just the right frame rate to make it beautiful. Ready? Here it is, my very first ring made from my Don't Tread on Me coin with Elijah's help. For your consideration, without any further delay, here it is. Oh boy, that's beautiful. Look at the craftsmanship. Look at the light, how it plays off the detail. The letters peeping through ever so gently, just the right amount of subtlety to let the casual observer glance down at your hand and say, by golly, there's a person who cares about this country and isn't afraid who knows it. Anyway, you can get one of these rings by going to, which website again?
IGWM.co.
Hey, Mike, we got a bunch of calls coming in.
Are the calls coming
They're coming in, they're flying in. We got to stock up.
The calls. Folks, the calls are flying in right now, so get to your phone as quick as you can and dial the number on your screen. And if there's no number on the screen, don't panic. Just go to igwm.co, not .com, because that extra M, that stands for money, and you won't spend a lot of that.